What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Pulse. On today's episode, we continue to answer your questions, and we address the topic of misconceptions about autism. Terry, Parker, and Bree discuss common misconceptions in this lighthearted but candid discussion. Let's dive into that conversation now, right here on The Pulse.
What are some common misconceptions about autism that you'd like to address?
I think the biggest one that I want to address is the fact that so many people seem to think that those of us with autism are not capable of doing things. They seem to think that because we're neurodiverse in that manner, that we are stupid. Now, I'm not saying everybody does that because you can't make a blanket statement. However, I am tired of people I don't know who know I have autism, but they don't know me, thinking I am incapable of doing some things, or, you better talk slower and louder to me so I can get it. It's like, no, I happen to be quite bright. If you care to put that to the test, go ahead, ask me some questions, but don't treat me as a lesser person just because you think I don't have the mental capacity to do it. And I think a lot of people find that that is an issue. It's very tiresome.
Yeah. I find also to some degree a little bit the reverse, having been, late diagnosed, is that people say, well, you're smart. Look at all these things you do. Why can't you do this thing? Why can you align class 4 lasers, but you can't send this email without help? And it's like, well, this is the area where I'm disabled. I'm not disabled in all the other areas. I am very capable, but here I have a disability. And so being capable in many other things does not mean that I don't sometimes need support in a thing that you consider to be trivial.
Totally agree with that, because I've run into that too. I had a psychiatrist, no less, tell me there was no way I could have autism because I had a university degree. I'm kind of like,
Got the same
it's like,
exact one.
okay, I'm out of here, man. You obviously don't know what you're talking about. It's not been a pleasure. Goodbye.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That leads into another good one of the common misconception. You can be friendly and you can be sociable and you can understand sarcasm and even pick up on some social cues and still be autistic. I'm really bad at interpreting those cues, but I'm hyper aware of them. So like with the example earlier with my lab, the person whose thing I realized was broken, I had no idea that the cues they were giving me was that, oh, you're talking bad about a person and that's why we're unhappy. I was like, oh, wow, people don't seem happy when I tell them about this problem. They must not understand the problem well enough or not believe me. So I'm going to tell them like 40 more times.
Yeah.
What about you, Parker? What are some common misconceptions about autism that you'd like to address?
That we don't experience empathy. That
Yes.
like we do. Like there is or like I've been using this like app that's like an AI for like language learning, and like when the AI is like, oh, do you want to like do this thing, and then when I decide to like just ignore, I'm like, I want to learn this thing instead, I feel a little bit bad. It like, so other people are like, they have like hyper empathy towards like their stuffed animals or like clothes they don't wear anymore, and like I don't, or like when I'm watching a TV show and I'm like convinced a character is about to embarrass themselves, I stop watching the TV show. Like I used to like growing up, like I used to have like a whole list of TV shows that like that I just temporarily have stopped watching because I called it scared to see what happened next, because I don't think either I didn't know what secondhand embarrassment was, or I didn't consider it secondhand embarrassment.
It's just too painful. I totally understand.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of shows like that. Like it's physically painful and I feel so bad for them. And I don't understand how anyone can find pleasure in this because it just hurts so bad. But yeah, I've stopped reading books because I'm like, oh man, the pet got lost. I don't know if the pet's going to be okay. I have to stop until I ask someone who's read it. I can't do it.
That does it for this episode of The Pulse. As always, if you have topic ideas or if you'd like to be a guest on the show, send an email to voa@pacificautismfamily.com. We look forward to more of your great questions. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.